I'm Steve Gray. I'm the founder and CEO of ZeroFlucs. ZeroFlux is a B2B supplier to the wagering industry. We provide software that calculates the prices for same-game multi or same-game parlay bets, enabling you to bet on your team to score plus win the game. And those kind of bets are very difficult to produce. We use a simulation-based technology to produce them. We start off with one piece of software, and then we 2, 3, 4. By the time that we start to outgrow the limits, we were hitting about 40 or 50 services, and managing that with a team that was at the time 2 people. As we grew the number of services, obviously more and more my time got chewed up, having to do the configuration work, set up each new service, and go through and make sure it all has all the Helm charts, configuration, all the standard Kubernetes setup that you have to do with software. And you end up in a situation where you end up building yourselves into a corner. You have a very finite pool of people in your team who are capable of working on those areas. And it ends up becoming a bottleneck. And so the great thing for us with Harness was that we were able just to get rid of all that configuration work and just make it automatic, turnkey, and one experience for feature flags, CI/CD, and all these other areas that we're using. With Harness, we're doing about 1,400 deployments a month, and that's on a typical month. Every release goes from Git to production in just under 3 minutes, and we have a 98.8% success rate for releases, with the remaining 1% rolled back automatically. Instead of having 106 services that are now configured individually, we have a handful of templates that define everything, and it's easier for us to adapt the software to fit the templates than it is to actually customize it and do things differently that way. The other advantage it really gives us as well is that it's got a whole load of things holistically working together. So we've got not just this CI and CD part of it, which we use very heavily, but also as well there's feature flags integrated into the platform as well. So it's it's one developer experience to use those tools. We use feature flags in a very non-typical way. I mean, when you think about feature flags, people think about, I'm going to move this button from here to here on the screen, or I'm going to make this button blue instead of green. There's different ways to just customize the end user experience. We've been using it primarily to control the mathematics deep down in the core of the system. So when we do simulations to predict how an NFL game is going to go, we actually use feature flags there to control and drive those simulations. We also use it for controlling the orchestration of those simulations. So how many servers do we use? How many splits per server do we execute? Do we do 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 simulations? And all of this is deep down in the most performance-sensitive parts of our application, across 3 different languages as well. One of my favorite things about working with Harness as a company is access to the people behind everything. In our Slack channel with you guys, we've got half the company, it feels, in there. Every time we have a problem, it's the people who own that product and build those solutions answering those questions, and it's a very high quality support experience.